The air was still and cold at 1:30 a.m. Jamal Davis was tired but satisfied, his head filled with circuit diagrams as he drove home from a late-night study session. He was just an engineering student trying to make it through his exams. The world was quiet. Then, suddenly, it wasn't. Flashing blue and red lights bloomed in his rearview mirror, sudden, aggressive, and completely unexpected on his own quiet street. Jamal did exactly what he was supposed to do. He pulled over immediately, turned on his car's interior lights, and placed both hands clearly on the steering wheel. It was a routine drilled into him by his father. Always make your intentions obvious. Never ever give them an excuse. Officer Kyle Shaw, young and visibly tense, approached the driver's side. He shined a blinding white flashlight directly into Jamal's eyes, a classic power move. "License and registration," he said, his tone already accusatory. "Know why I stopped you?" Jamal, squinting against the light, answered calmly, "No, sir. I was just heading home." The officer's reason was flimsy, almost laughable if the situation wasn't so serious. "Your license plate cover is obstructing a portion of the state tag. That's a violation." Jamal recognized the excuse for what it was, a pretext. The cover was a standard accessory from the dealership, barely obscuring anything. Still, he kept his cool. "Understood, officer. I can remove it if you need me to. My documents are in the glove box. May I reach for them slowly?" "Not yet," Shaw snapped back. "Keep your hands where I can see them." The tension in the car thickened. Jamal felt that familiar knot of anxiety tighten in his stomach. This wasn't a routine stop, it was escalating. He knew he needed a record of what was happening. His phone was sitting right there on the passenger seat, a silent witness waiting to be activated. He decided to follow the protocol he'd learned for his own safety. He had to be transparent, to communicate every single move. Taking a deep, steadying breath, Jamal spoke with deliberate clarity. "Officer," he began, "I feel uncomfortable with how this is going. I'm going to reach for my cell phone on the seat next to me to start recording this interaction. I want to be very clear. I am not reaching for anything else. Is that okay?" The shift in Officer Shaw's demeanor was immediate and chilling. His body tensed, his eyes narrowed. "Put the phone down." "I said hands on the wheel." Jamal's voice remained steady, a stark contrast to the officer's rising agitation. "My hands are still on the wheel, sir." He slowly, carefully lifted his right hand, moving it just a few inches toward the phone. He kept his eyes locked straight ahead, trying to appear as non-threatening as humanly possible. But it was too late. The fear of being recorded, the mere suggestion of accountability, was the trigger. Before Jamal's fingers could even touch the glass screen of his phone, Officer Shaw exploded. "Non-compliance. Stop resisting," he screamed. Then came a sound that shattered the night's silence, a deafening crack. Shaw brought his baton down hard against the driver's side window. The tempered glass didn't just break, it detonated, showering Jamal in a hailstorm of sharp, glittering fragments. The sudden violence of the attack was stunning. Jamal cried out in shock, reflexively pulling his arms in to shield his face from the glass. That flinch, that instinctive act of self-preservation was all the justification Officer Shaw needed. He ripped the car door open, the mangled frame scraping against the curb. He grabbed Jamal by the arm, pulling him violently out of the car and across the jagged edges of the broken window. "You tried to hide that phone. You resisted the stop," Shaw barked, his voice raw with adrenaline. The shattered glass embedded in the doorframe tore into Jamal's skin, leaving deep, bleeding cuts along his arm and side. He was slammed onto the hood of his own car, gasping for air, the metallic taste of blood filling his mouth. The cuffs were cinched on instantly, the cold metal digging painfully into his wrists, as the second officer, who had been a silent observer until now, finally moved. It wasn't to offer medical aid, it wasn't to de-escalate. He calmly walked to the passenger side, picked up Jamal's undamaged cell phone, and sealed it in an evidence bag. Jamal was hauled away to the station, leaving his car behind a wounded vehicle with a gaping hole where a window used to be. The charges were absurd: obstruction of justice and attempted assault for allegedly reaching into a dangerous position. Looking down at his blood-soaked shirt under the harsh fluorescent lights of the police station, a single thought echoed in Jamal's mind. He had done everything right. He had complied. He had communicated. He had asked for permission. He had moved slowly. He had tried to create a record for his own protection, a right afforded to every citizen. And yet, in that moment, the simple act of reaching for a phone was perceived as a greater threat than an officer's baton shattering glass. The fear of a phone was enough to justify violence, destruction, and a young man's life being turned upside down. This story isn't just about a broken window. It's about a broken system where the attempt to ensure your own safety can be twisted into a crime. It raises a critical question we all must ask. When did a cell phone become more dangerous than a weapon? The consequences of this single traffic stop rippled through Jamal's life. The charges, though baseless, were a dark cloud over his future. Engineering scholarships, internships, even his academic standing were now at risk. A criminal record, even for charges that might eventually be dropped, could derail the future he had worked so tirelessly to build. His family had to drain their savings to hire a lawyer, launching a legal battle not just to clear his name, but to fight for the principle of the matter. The physical scars on his arm would eventually heal, but the emotional and psychological trauma lingered. The feeling of being violated, of being punished for trying to follow the rules, eroded his trust in the very people meant to protect him. His car, a symbol of his independence and hard work, sat in an impound lot, a constant, expensive reminder of his shattered sense of security. This case went to court, and thanks to the dashcam footage from the second officer's vehicle which captured Jamal's calm demeanor and clear communication, the narrative began to shift. The footage showed he never posed a threat. It showed an officer who escalated a minor traffic stop into a violent confrontation based on a perceived challenge to his authority. The public outcry was significant. Community leaders, civil rights organizations, and fellow students rallied behind Jamal. The incident became a flashpoint for conversations about police training, de-escalation tactics, and the inherent bias that turns a black man with a cell phone into a threat. In the end, all charges against Jamal were dropped. He later filed a civil rights lawsuit against the police department, which resulted in a settlement and a mandate for improved training on citizens' rights to record. Officer Shaw was placed on administrative leave and required to undergo extensive retraining. Jamal's story, while harrowing, is a powerful testament to the importance of knowing your rights and the power of video evidence. It highlights a terrifying reality for many, but also shows that accountability is possible. What happened to Jamal should never happen to anyone. His courage in the face of injustice helped spark real change in his community. This is why we must continue to share these stories and advocate for reform. Thank you for listening. If this story moved you, please share it to raise awareness. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content that matters.